Good day. We are the group number 5 and we will be reporting the first part of Chapter 12.
Finding the right measures for internal business process. Many companies focus on the measures that don't matter to customers and only give lip service to the ones that don't matter to them. The basic question that you have to answer is, what do your customers really want or really value? Once you answer that question, the next question you must answer is, how do your processes fulfill what customers truly want and value? Next is identifying the critical few measures. First, let's take a quick look at some of the more common measures for internal business process scorecards. These are the kinds of things that have the greatest leverage on your organization's effectiveness, and many of them, for example, is to begin with on-time delivery, customers' response time, and warranty returns are also measures that your customers really care about. Remember, we said that the most measures involve elements of speed, quality, and cost, but there are a number of other useful measures we should look at too. So these are the measures of speed that we should look at too. To begin with, on-time delivery, lead time, process cycle time, machine or process downtime, new product and process development time, time to market the product and services, customer response time, and lastly but not the least, break-even time. So these are the measures of quality. To begin with, continual improvement, warranty returns, sales returns, field service representative calls and visits, defect rate, rework, repair, and scrap, process capability, sigma level, first pass yield, and lastly but not the least, roll throughout yield.
Hi everyone, I'm going to continue the discussion on identifying the critical few measures. Next is the measure of cost. There are cost of waste, cost per transaction, research and development cost, labor cost, cost or rework, repair and scrap, break-even cost, appraisal cost, environmental compliance cost, inventory and work in progress cost, and cost of marketing and advertising. Lastly, there are other useful measures like floor space utilization, inventory turnover rate, aged materials and finished stock, material stockouts and shortage, and forecasting and planning accuracy. These are just some of the more common measures for your internal business process scorecard. Select only those measures that matter to your customers and to your business. The input process output diagram, your best friend. This is an example of an input process output diagram. When using the input process output diagram, always start with the output requirements first. This is the end closest to your customer, and the requirements are the ones defined by your customers. The input process output gives us a pretty high level of a process. It doesn't give us a lot of detail like a process flow or values stream map would, but it does tie together the inputs required to achieve your desired outputs. Typically, we have numerous processes joined together in a stream, each doing specific things and building one upon another in order to deliver the final products or services to the ultimate end user, the customer who pays the bill and keeps our lights on. We call these wonderful people our external customers. As we use the IPO to get in touch with our external customer requirements, we also need to identify the internal customer requirements. Those things that each process requires from their inputs or suppliers in order to meet their internal process requirements. And while we're at it, we're also able to define those external supplier requirements for the things that we get from our outside vendors in order to do what we do. So, the input process output answers the question, what do your customer really value? And this includes both the external and internal customers. The next question that needs to be answered is, how do your processes fulfill what customers truly want and value?
Waste, scrap, and other bad things. Waste ay nagbibigay ng walang halaga sa mga mamimili o kumukonsumo. Contributes natin sa kita ng negosyo but absolutely has a cost dahil itong waste ay nasa parte sa lahat ng level ng kumpanya at kahit saan mang operasyon ng isang kumpanya. Like inventory, kung hindi ito kailangan ng company, do not waste money and time sitting in unneeded supplies or even files, books, and more. Also like overproduction, yung mga developers ay gumagawa ng sobra na sa dapat i-meet nilang quota in order lamang na maging busy ang mga manggagawa. Ngunit, masama ito sa performance ng kumpanya dahil wasting on the product and mas nagiging costly pati ang labor para lamang mag-maintain ng product at patuloy na paggawa ng employees. And so much more factors and activities may lead to waste. So, set one or more goals. May kaya't need mag-set ng goals to reduce wasteful spending through lean business processes. Like for example, improve quality. That impacts the ability of the business to meet or exceed customers' expectations. Through lean business processes allows the business to focus on quality and cuts the cost of the product in the long run, and also increase the lifetime value of the customers. Where is the variation? In business processes, ang variation ay nagiging dahilan ng pagkamatay ng kakayahang maging hindi magtuloy-tuloy ang paggawa o deliver ng products or services sa mga customers. So how can we identify variation and where it exists? Best two simple tools or method we could use are the cause and effect diagram and the method of 5 whys. The cause and effect diagram or fishbone in the diagram below examines why something happened or might happen by organizing potential causes into smaller categories. Cause, people, equipment, material, method, measurement, and environment, and the effect. The 5 whys. The 5 whys uses counter measures, an act or set of action that seeks to prevent the problem from arising again. We'll ask the question, why does this happen? Let's say for example, may problema sa employees. They keep making mistakes that cause defects to the products, result to increase of cost and decrease in profit. Mas masama pa doon ay kung nasa kamay na ng customer yung product. Yung usual na action ng management was giving the employee a warning or worse is firing them. Using the 5 whys, we might ask first, why did you keep making mistakes? Maybe the reason was the company operating procedures are ineffective, or maybe isinalang agad yung mga employee without proper training. Asking why and examining problems heading to some other factors and agenda to talk to or causes the variation. Once it was identified, fix it so that it will not happen again.
Okay, so now you've identified those critical few things that really matters to your business and customers. You've taken a look at the sources of variation and the things that can go wrong in your processes. And believe us, there are things that will go wrong in any businesses. So what are your plans for your business systems and processes for the next 3, 5, or 10 years? What do they need to look like and achieve to stay ahead of the game? Strategic level scorecards will give you the long view of your business, beyond the 1-year view of the operational level scorecard. That would be all. Thank you.